Hello! In my experiment, I've decided to find out if using more layers of paper makes it stronger. And I've used fresh, clean toilet paper straight from the packet. And the first thing I did was to separate them. You'll find that paper comes in 2 or 3 layers, and if you blow along here, it makes it easier to pull apart. So I'm going to attach it to my tin can and carefully put this band over to hold it in place. Oh, it rips really easy. Now I'm just going to measure out 2.5 millilitres of water, which is half a teaspoon. Already it looks like it's going to break, and now I'm going to count how many pennies it can hold. So 1, 2, so 2 pennies made the paper break. So I'm going to repeat the experiment now, and the thing that I'm going to change is the number of layers. That's my variable. So I've got 1, 2, so 2 this time, and then I'm going to attach the band, and I'm going to make sure that I use the same amount of water, carefully measure it because that's one of my constants, and I measure half a teaspoon, and then I try again. Let's count how many pennies it takes. 1, 2, 3. Again, let's try again this time. I might get my pennies out. Let's try 1. I've done 1, I've done 2. Let's try 3. Another constant is I'm using the same brand of paper each time. Here's my 3. Carefully put the band on top. Pour over the same amount of water. And then measure with the pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think you get the idea now. You just carry on increasing the layers and counting how many pennies it takes. You don't have to use pennies to measure with. It depends what you've got at home, really. They all have to be the same. Maybe you could use bricks or beads. Have to see what you've got. I've used a can. You have to be careful. The inside might be sharp. You could use a jar or a yogurt pot. You could do a different experiment. I've used toilet paper. Would this experiment work comparing different types of paper? If you'd like to design your own experiment, you could investigate something else. Maybe you'd like to compare which brand of toilet paper is the strongest, or you could find out how much water is needed to break your brand of paper. But when you do this, whatever you do, think about what part of the experiment has to stay the same. So what are your constants, and what things you change each time. That's the thing you're investigating. That is your variable.